What up, though, y'all? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and I am here live with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Wayz, and it is time for another one of those shows where we talk smack, we talk sports, and yeah, we talk a little shit. It's the Showdown, y'all. What's going on?
What's up, OG?
What up, though? What up, though?
How's it going, fellas?
Chilling.
You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man.
I
drank.
I bet you is.
Yeah, I am. So I drank some wine this past weekend called Black Girl Magic.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I bought it for one reason, and I say because, you know, for me, with Black Girl Magic is between their legs, so I figured it tastes like pussy. So that's why. And it did. It tastes like pussy, but it smelled like ass, but it tastes like.
Oh,
Anyway.
Okay. I was not
Y'all
ready.
see where I'm at. Y'all see where I'm at today. Let me go on and pop me a gummy while y'all tell me about y'all weekend.
Pineapples. I'm calling pineapples.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had a good weekend. It was a good weekend of football. So
That it
all I
was.
did this weekend.
I have to agree. It was a great weekend of football. Always love to see some of these results that we got. You know, nice watching Pee Wee football against a pro NFL team on a Saturday night.
Before you go there, let's go ahead and take this. We'll take a little sip here. What we drinking? Wait, whoa. Big Ed got Budweiser. I see you. Wayz, what you drinking?
I got Dark Horse, Pinot Noir.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've got today, since I drank all my Black Girl Magic, I got one called Augment. It's a red blend.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing now. That's what I'm doing. All right. So now let's take that toast.
Cheers.
Bam.
Cheers.
Big ups. Cheers. Big ups to Wayz for switching to the wine like the OG.
I'll be honest, man. I was so happy when you started drinking wine on the show because it's been a while. And I was like, all right, next time I got a chance, I'm going to buy me some wine to get back into it.
Yeah. Good man.
See, I'm not much of a wine drinker because it messes up my stomach. It's like too sweet.
Oh, you getting the wrong wine.
Getting the wrong wine. That's all.
Yeah.
They're not all sweet.
Ain't nothing sweet about what I got.
No, the Pinot Noir is not sweet. The red blend is a mixture of sweet and dry.
Okay.
So, but I like to. I'm more do the dries like Merlot. I like Merlot. Merlot is dry, but it's not as dry as Pinot Noir.
Bruh, I will suggest
That shit he's drinking is dry as fuck.
buy a bottle of Pinot Noir. If you don't like the taste of it drinking it, I will tell you, you will love the taste of it cooking with it.
Oh yeah, I cook with wine all the time. I love cooking with wine.
Yeah. So I drink Merlot is probably what I've settled in as my favorite. That and Cabernet.
Okay.
Merlot is settled in is what I like. Really fits my bill. But sweet red, that's what that E40 stuff is. E40 got sweet red.
I do every once in a while like a nice Moscato.
That's sweet. The red that E40 is too sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then some people prefer white wines too. So I haven't really dipped into the white wines much. I like the reds. So while I'm good with it, I'm rolling with it.
All right. I need to find a good wine to drink with fondue.
With Pinot Noir.
Cause
yeah, Pinot Noir, and then you can fondue yourself. Would you say fondue who?
Fondue.
Oh.
Fondue.
No, Pinot Noir is perfect for those bolder flavors. It doesn't sweeten anything up, and never mind. We're talking about wine on a football show.
It's all good because the Merlot though is good for the cigars. That's why I started drinking it. It's good for it. flavors my cigars. Anyway, he's got a point. We have football to talk, man. So let's talk about this weekend. What happened? What did you see? What did you miss? Kansas City played the Jaguars, and Big Ed, what were your thoughts?
Patrick Mahomes played that game on one leg.
A large part of it, yes, he did.
I was like, damn. But it also reminded me of an old Eagle that did that too. Donovan McNabb that also did that.
Donovan.
Okay.
You said Donald. I was like, who Donald McNabb?
I said Donovan. Donovan.
No, man, that game I enjoyed. The fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars are able to hang in there and actually make it close up until in that last minute and still had an opportunity. That was incredible to watch. Big ups to the Jags because they definitely did a lot better than the Giants did that week.
The Jags gave them a run for their money.
Yeah,
taking one game at a time, Wayz. The Jags gave them a run for their money, and they did better than I think the average person thought they would do. Actually, against that Kansas City team, even before he got injured.
And I will say this about Patrick Mahomes going down in that game. Chad Henne showed that, hey, those Wolverines don't play when they got to get in on that field.
Get in there and take care of business, baby.
Yep.
Take care of business like we have to until then. Pat Mahomes came back and took it on home. No pun intended. Anyway. On to the game that evidently somebody is so eager to talk about because for the second time tonight before we got to the game, he made reference to it. The Eagles and the Giants. Wayz, since you can't wait, we're going to go to Big Ed. No. And I'll give it your thoughts, Wayz. What do you think? What did you see, man?
Man, it was a blowout. It was an obvious blowout. The biggest takeaway from that was the Giants learned they cannot solely depend on Saquon to carry that team to a win. This deep into the playoffs. And Philly showed themselves to be probably the scariest team to play against this postseason right
now. And I'll say my piece after that because that's an interesting take. But yeah, Daniel Jones got taken out that game, right? They just took Daniel Jones out of it. I mean, he was just totally ineffective. Big Ed, what did you see?
The Eagles showed that they belong where they're at right now. Maybe against a weaker team, but I don't know that the Giants proved a lot this year, but they weren't ready. That's the biggest thing they proved. They weren't ready.
They weren't ready for the moment. I agree. Right. I agree. Your mic could come up a little bit, Big Ed. Okay. For me, I saw a mismatch. The Eagles were just so far superior to the Giants, especially with Jalen Hurts back. You saw a big difference between the last time they played without Jalen versus now playing with him. You can also see just how much that team needs that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't earn it. If he doesn't earn another paycheck in his life, he earned that paycheck now. Because if y'all can't see that y'all got to have this dude back there because he makes you a completely different team, I don't know what you need to see.
Yeah.
As far as them being the scariest team, we'll see. I'm still being mindful that they were playing the Giants.
Well, now, you got the number. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, now coming up this week, you got basically the number one offense in the league against the number one defense in the league.
Okay. Before we get to what's coming up, I just want to say this: a lot of people bit debate on Dallas looking so great against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But it was Tampa Bay. Right?
Tampa Bay was a bad team this year.
They were, and they were a bad team, and they got exposed. And the Giants are not a bad team. I just don't think they're. I think they got a big win last week against a Minnesota team that had some struggles late, and the that was that, and Philly just ate them alive. I mean, we know this team.
Right.
We played them with Jalen. We played them without Jalen. We know this team, and they ate them alive.
Yeah.
Man.
Did what they were supposed to do.
Philadelphia was well prepared for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. A Big Ed needs either a new mic or a new mixer because there's a place somewhere in between your two mic settings that's right. He's either too loud or too quiet. I don't know. How to explain it. I know most people got levels to this, so I don't know. Do you have a gain and a volume?
No. Not on this. Not on my audio interface.
Okay, then never mind. That might be your problem.
Yeah.
I was going to say because if you do, turn your gain all the way up and then work your volume, because that normally helps.
Yeah. I'll be using my other mixer from now on. So
Bills played Cincinnati. Big Ed, what did you see?
the Bills had. I don't know. I think they were still in shock from what happened the last time they played Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And that's the way they've been playing scared the last few weeks.
Wow. Wayz, did you see it that way?
No, I really don't see it that way. The Bills, though they got basically shut out, they still went out there for a dogfight. It's just a fight they just couldn't win. I think this game was just the Bengals outclassing them.
Bengals are balling. Something I didn't know, and a lot of people missed out, thinking Joe Burrow played for Louisiana State and he got to come out in this cold that's going to affect him. Joe Burrow grew up in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Joe Burrow is not bothered
Oh no.
by the elements.
No. He's an Ohio kid, so
He came out there and was just phenomenal. I mean, he was just making the throws a lot more comfortably and accurate than Josh Allen. There was no panic in his game. There was no rushing it. There was no pushing it.
Oh.
He let the game come to him, and every opportunity he got to just drop it in the bucket, he did just that with no problems. And I was fairly impressed with his offensive line. I hear a lot of talk about how bad their offensive line is. I thought they did an okay job.
yeah, because they've had a lot of injuries on their offensive line.
They did. Yeah. They were missing like 2 or 3 people off the offensive line.
Like 3 starters. So, and then a couple of the linemen they had in there were actually third stringers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a name for themselves. That's going to be.
They definitely pulled it together in that game, showing that even with these younger offensive linemen that's typically in the season won't get any play time, went out there and they did their job really well this week.
And I love Joe Burrow's comment after the game. He had a really nice quote after the game.
I didn't hear that one.
Send those refunds.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Send those refunds, baby.
Zach Taylor
ain't gonna be no coin toss, damn it.
Zach Taylor even got in on the joke too. He was he said, I'm sorry we keep messing everything up. I'm sorry, it's all our fault. We just keep winning and messing everything up.
San Francisco played Dallas. Well, I gotta let Big Ed get the last word, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just You can't just leave a topic without him having one last comment. No matter what value it adds or not, you got to let him get that in. San Francisco played the Cowboys the last game of the weekend. Wayz, what did you see?
I saw exactly what everyone should have really expected. That's what I saw. It, granted, these are two of the top defenses in the league. That's why going into the halftime, this was a field goal. Whose kicker was better game? Which we all knew San Fran will win that battle.
Good as gold.
I didn't see that. Big Ed, what did you see?
I saw the same old Dallas. And that it's like they freeze on the big stage every year in the playoffs.
They okay, not all of them. Dak Prescott freezes when it matters in the playoffs.
So did Zeke.
Yeah.
So did CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, CD was balling. CD was doing his work.
CD was making some great he made some great catches.
Yeah.
He just wasn't getting a lot of opportunities. In fact, actually, he was getting too many. Dak started zeroing in on him, and that's how he gave up one of them picks. They were like, "Okay, he's coming to CD, so let's just bait him."
Yeah,
and they baited him, and they jumped the pass and tipped it, and got the pick.
Another thing I saw is Philly's got their work cut out for them against that Hufanga-led defense.
Frisco has a great defense. Potentially historically great defense.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I saw. I saw it a lot different. I guess as a 49er fan, I saw it different. Dallas came out swinging. That defense was on top of it. Michael Parsons was a monster.
Yeah.
They shut McCaffrey down for the first half. They really did a good job on McCaffrey and Debo and keeping them fairly neutralized. They kept Brock Purdy under control, so he didn't have a great game. But he made big throws when he needed to make big throws.
And Kittle made big plays when he needed to make big plays.
Kittle made big plays when he and even in the second half, McCaffrey came to life and made some big catches.
Yeah. Kittle was the clear player of the game.
I agree with that. Kittle was the player of the game.
Yeah.
But I think the key play of the game was when Tony Pollard got hurt. I hate to say it, but Tony Pollard was killing us.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard was killing us. And when he got injured and they had to lean on Zach, I could see after the first 3 carries, they're going to have to start throwing it on a regular basis real soon because Zeke doesn't have that breakaway speed.
Yep.
And you're not going to overpower this defense.
No.
You might be able to zoom past them, but you're not going to overpower them. And that's what Zeke is reliant on, and it wasn't enough. Next thing you know, they're dependent on Dak, and Dak is throwing eggs. But what I did disagree with Wayz with that first half, it was a defensive struggle, but it wasn't a field goal struggle. It just appeared to be.
Yeah.
Frisco scored 3 field goals, but the Cowboys scored a touchdown and missed the extra point.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looked like a field goal score, but it really wasn't.
And see, I tuned in late on that one. I was coming back. I don't even remember what I was. I think I was at Kim's sister's house at the time.
Okay. So, the Cowboys scored a touchdown and missed the extra point.
So, anybody that can kick the ball, Dallas is probably looking for
But he ended up getting it together though. Once he made a field goal and he got a stride on, and then he made another field goal. So he kicked a couple field goals afterwards, but he didn't hit it. He did not hit an extra point. He missed the extra point.
I know he did not appreciate going back to that locker room last week when the coach. I guarantee you that's why he did better this week. The coach took him to the back. He's like, I didn't realize we had Cody Parkey signed to our team.
But he came out that first extra point. They scored a touchdown. That first extra point, he came out and it was blocked, but it was going to be no good. He was going to miss it, but it was blocked. So he missed the first one. He came out missed the first one. Then he got an opportunity for a field goal, and they said, "Go ahead and kick it." And he made it. It was shorter than an extra point, and he made it, and it got the monkey off his back. And then he had to kick a long field goal, and he made that. So it was like he got that out of his head once he was able to get one off his back.
He got that confidence boost he needed.
Yeah, he had to get one, and I can't lie, man. Dallas had me on the edge of my seat. But man, when I say that Brock Purdy made some big throws at big time, and that's what I was saying last week about Minnesota. You big players got to make big plays at big times in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Speaking of Brock Purdy, what is our early evaluation of him this season? Is he Rookie of the Year quality yet? Even since he came in late, kind of diminishes his season-long stats. But where do you think he stands in that talk?
I put him right in the conversation, even though I don't put him at the top. I can't give it to him because of his lack of experience. He didn't have enough games. He only played 5 games in the season?
Yeah. 6 of the 17.
Okay. All right. Was it 6 or was it 6 counting the playoffs?
It's 7 counting the playoffs.
He's played 2 playoff games.
Oh, then 5. And he's only lost 1.
He hasn't lost any.
Yeah, he's undefeated right now.
He's undefeated. He has not lost a game. He has not lost the game. The 49ers ain't lost the game. The 49ers have not lost a game since Pork Chop grew hair on his balls.
Damn. Where did that come from? I wasn't ready. What the hell? That just took me off.
It's been a minute. Okay. So they haven't lost the game. He has not lost the game. So Garoppolo went out. So it maybe 5 or 6 games, regardless. That's still 6 games is not enough, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Still not enough to compare to guys like Sauce Gardner and Olave. Guys have been playing this whole season that have been really producing all year long. Yeah. I'm still going to lean towards those guys. Yeah. And my personal is Olave.
Okay.
That's my rookie.
Yeah, Olave.
Offensive Rookie of the Year for me is Kenneth Walker.
That's because you like quarterbacks.
No,
you're talking about Kenneth Walker,
running back.
Kenneth Walker the third from Michigan State. Okay, all right. I'm thinking Kenny Pickett. That's what I thought.
No. Why would he's not even in that conversation?
And then defensively, I picked.
Wait, who do you got? Who you got offensively?
Me?
Yes.
Offensively, I pick Olave.
You go with Olave too? Okay. Yeah. Right. All right.
Defensively, I'm gonna go with Jaquan Brisker.
Okay.
I got Sauce.
I'm going with Sauce too.
I don't even think there's any other reason to talk about anyone else.
Yeah, I got.
No one's had the season that Sauce had.
In fact, I got my second is a distant second, not a close second. It's a distant second. I'm going with that boy in the line for the Lions. What's that?
Oh yeah, Hutchinson.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, I was gonna say Thibodeau from the Giants.
Yeah, I like Aiden Hutchinson better than Thibodeau. I thought he had a better. I thought he was more effective than Thibodeau. But I think it's a toss up between the two. Either way, Sauce to me got it by a landslide.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot disagree at all on that one.
What's the next category, Wayz? So you on a roll.
All right, next category. Let's see. All right. Overall offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year?
Yep. Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson.
Not bad. Not a bad choice. I like that. I like all 3 of those.
Now, hearing y'all's offensive player of the year, I want to know who's y'all's MVP then.
I'm Patrick Mahomes.
Mine's Jalen Hurts.
Mine is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, well, it's Patrick Mahomes though. Jalen Hurts missed too many games. He lost his stride. While he was out, Patrick Mahomes was still putting up numbers, and he lost Tyreek Hill and still put up 5,000 yards. It's Patrick Mahomes by a landslide.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts
yeah.
was close. Jalen Hurts was close. He was in the conversation for me, but when he got hurt, he went out and he lost his. I know. I'm going Mahomes. No doubt about it.
I can see that, yeah, and I can't disagree with Mahomes. If it isn't Jalen Hurts, it has to be Mahomes.
Yeah, if Jalen hadn't been injured, he was. I was rolling with Jalen until when he got injured and was out for a few weeks, and that's it. I mean, you lost that move. You lost that status. What about defensive player of the year?
Micah Parsons.
Okay.
I'm going
I got
TJ
Nick.
Watt.
Who?
TJ Watt.
Okay. I got Nick Bosa.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Three good ones, but yeah.
Hufanga is a close second.
Yeah. Is he a rookie? He's not a rookie, is he?
Not a rookie.
Oh,
no.
I thought we were doing defensive player.
Yeah, we are doing defensive player.
Right.
But I was about to change my defensive rookie.
Oh, yeah.
Rookie. That's why I asked.
No, Hufanga's been there for like 2-3 years. He was just on the background.
Yeah, he just came out of shell this year.
Yeah, this is his breakout season.
Where you going next, Wayz? Come on, you on a roll.
All right, most improved player of the year, or comeback player of the year, even.
Comeback.
Geno Smith. Sorry, I said that too early, but
yeah, I might go with that as well.
Yeah, Geno's definitely mine.
I'm gonna go with that as well.
I knew as far as I knew, Seahawks were gonna be just garbage this year.
And we all did.
And then Geno, he made a believer out of me, so I have to go with Geno on that.
Okay.
Let's go a little weird. Let's get a little weird. Head coach.
Head coach, coach of the year. I'm going with Brian Dable. Isn't that his damn name?
yeah.
That dude.
I'm going to have to agree with you. Kevin O'Connell comes in a close second, but since the Giants beat the Vikings in the playoffs, Daboll wins that conversation.
Okay. For me, it's neither of them. I got Doug Peterson. What he did with those Jags after last season is not even impressive as an understatement. You went from a team that was dead last in the league to making it into the to the divisionals of the playoffs the following season. That says a lot about that coach.
So then Brian Daboll.
Yeah.
Agreed. That's true. That's true. Yeah, and I think that was good. I think all were both are great choices because he did get the best out of that quarter, Trevor Lawrence. He brought him to life. But also he also had the advantage of having ATN back when last year they didn't have him.
And a healthy ATN all year, which was
they didn't have him at all last year, and they had a healthy ATN this year. So that does help him out. Just like Saquon helped Brian Dable, I'm sure. Same thing.
Yep.
Honorable mention, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Honorable mention I'm gonna give to Dan Campbell.
I was gonna 100% agree.
Yeah.
There's no other coach that deserves to get that honorable mention. You know, matter of fact, as a leader, I would give him like a leadership award where there was no better leader at that position than Dan Campbell.
I think, as a motivator, it was great. The reason I won't give him any consideration for the coach of the year is because I hold him responsible for at least 3 of those losses during that 1-6 stretch.
Yeah.
I hold him responsible. definitely hold him responsible for that Minnesota loss, especially.
Yeah.
In fact, here locally, he caught a lot of heat for that. In fact, he was real pissed off. He had a beef with one of the guys on the radio over it because he called him out. He said, "You blew the damn game, bro.
Right.
You blew the game." And he got into a heated discussion over that. But yeah, it's anyway. Next, what's up next, Wayne? We on a roll.
All right. Let's see here. Kicker of the year.
Kicker to kicker. Who else?
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say the same thing.
That's why I was gonna say this is unanimous because there's no way.
Kicker to kicker. And I don't even know if he ever made a kick his whole life. I just know he had the best name in football. Kicker the kicker. You can't beat that.
Oh man. All right, so the final one is an award that will never happen because it's recognizing the worst player of the year. The toilet
Wilson.
The toilet underachiever.
He's going with Russell Wilson. He already said it. I heard it. We heard you. We heard you. You couldn't let him finish, but we heard you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I always got to step on people's stuff. See how he is. You got to step on his parade. That's why I always like to monitor when I do something. I always like, okay, you wait till I call you on you, because otherwise Big Ed gonna try to check in all the time. And I agree, it's Russell Wilson.
I got Zach Wilson though.
He still got a Wilson. It's just the wrong Wilson.
I got Zach Wilson.
Long as it ain't Tim Wilson, I'm okay.
But yeah, that spot belongs to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'm going there.
I mean, when your backup in the place you just left has a better year than you, and they just paid all that money for you, yeah, this was a garbage season for real.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got, Wayz?
All right, let's talk about some free agency news and potential free agency.
Potential free agency news. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, starting off with our boy Saquon Barkley.
I
I don't know. He just turned down a contract extension for $12 million.
Hey, the man.
Hopefully they do, because if they don't, he's on the market.
Well, he's proven to be the most important person in your offense right now.
Pay the man.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
They have to pay him.
Yeah. And speaking about paying Zeke, he's stated that he's willing to take a pay cut to stay with the Cowboys.
That's because he knows nobody else wants him.
That's because he knows he ain't worth the contract he has.
Yeah.
And he knows that makes him expendable. So in order to try to make himself worthy of staying on the team, I'm willing to take less money because being overpaid is not the place he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I don't agree that no one would want him. I honestly believe that the Dolphins would want him. I can tell you now the Dolphins want him.
A lot of teams would want him. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. A smash mouth running back? Absolutely.
Man. Speaking about turning down money, Lamar Jackson turned down $133 million guaranteed from the Ravens.
You know why?
He's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson is right now. And the Browns just paid Deshaun Watson $230 million, and he hasn't even played in a year. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay me that. You're gonna have to give me the Deshaun Watson contract now.
You have to give me whatever I ask you for, because I asked for a lot before the season, and I was willing to take less, but you offered me peanuts. You lowballed me. And now I came out here without a contract extension, and I balled out. I balled out. Had you in position to get where we need to get to the playoffs, and then guess what happened to me?
I got hurt.
Pay me. F you, pay me.
All I hear is Rod Tidwell right now. Show me the money.
Hey, so you think they're going to actually pay him? Do you think they're going to pay him?
No, that was the right movie.
No, you wrong movie. F you, pay me is a different movie.
Oh.
F you, pay me is from a different movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think the Ravens are going to pay Lamar?
Oh,
Who
man.
they getting rid of to do it?
That's the real question right there.
They just used most of their money to sign Roquan.
Yeah, but I don't think they got to get rid of nobody. Pay him. They can afford to pay. They can figure it out. I've seen amazing things happen under the salary cap. They can afford to pay.
Yeah.
Question is, do they want to?
Right.
Yeah.
Or do they want to take their chances elsewhere?
And I don't think they're going to pay him.
So where do you think he ends up next year as a free agent?
Not having that conversation again. We did that last week. Because I think he's going to end up in Chicago.
I don't.
I know. That's why I'm not having that conversation again.
How funny it would be if we got rid of Kirk Cousins again. No, we're not, but if
They
he
gonna
came
get
to
rid of
Minnesota,
Justin Fields.
no, they ain't. Justin Fields is the lifeblood of the market. The Wilfs are going to pay whatever it takes to keep him.
They ain't gonna do it.
You talking Justin Jefferson?
No, I'm talking Justin Fields.
I know.
Oh
Wayz
shit,
is
I'm talking
Justin Jefferson.
Look, hey,
he said
I've been
Wilfs.
drinking this wine. It's been really good. So
wine sneak up on you, y'all. That wine sneak up on you. You're learning.
And the sad part is I'm sitting here listening to you say Justin Fields, and I'm still saying Justin Jefferson.
I don't know where he ends up, to be honest. I don't know where he ends up. But there's so many places he can land. But it's got to be somebody that's willing to play his style of football. And that's what Baltimore, I think, is going to hold over his head.
Yeah.
If you don't land someplace that understands how to play you, you're going to be trash. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And especially if he goes to Chicago.
There's
That's way too big of a hit on the cap to
Y'all the only
build
ones
that
talking about him
line.
going to Chicago. He's not going to Chicago.
I don't. That's why I don't think he's going to Chicago. They could spend all that cap space on their line rather than one quarterback.
Yeah, they about to draft another QB and get rid of Justin Fields.
No, the hell he ain't. Who they gonna draft? The dude that back Justin Fields up?
Yes.
No.
He did a pretty good job of replacing him already.
He's a better quarterback. He's a better quarterback. They need a quarterback. If they're smart, they'll move Justin Fields while he's hot and pick a quarterback, because Justin Fields runs too damn much. He's a running quarterback, and that's not going to sustain itself. It has been proven to not be sustainable, and that's why Baltimore is not going to pay Lamar Jackson.
When you don't have a line to protect you,
it don't matter. It don't.
Well, and it's deeper than that, bro. It's they got the wrong kind of line to protect that. They have a running offensive line where their offensive line specializes in the run game. But when you're trying to have your quarterback
but y'all
out there passing majority of the game,
y'all the ones that steered this to a Chicago Bears discussion.
Yeah, no, I want to say this. I want to say this. I recall being ridiculed heavily. Latone was one of them that came at me too. When I said the Cowboys need to trade what was that boy? What was Dez
Des
like?
Oh,
Bryant.
Des Bryant.
Dez Bryant, when the first year that Dak took over, his rookie year, I said Dallas needs to move Dez Bryant now, moving while he's hot, because he's not Dak Prescott's favorite receiver. So if
Right.
you move him now, he's still valuable. You can get good value for him, but next year it's going to be exposed that he's not Dak's go-to guy, and he's going to lose that value. So get rid of him now while you can, and you'll look like a genius in 2 years.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed at me. Everybody ridiculed me. Everybody talked about me. They didn't move him, and the following year, Dez was trash, and they couldn't get rid of him because he lost all that value. Now we all see that he's trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing is going to happen to Justin Fields. You can move him right now while he's hot. He's a hot commodity. You've got the first pick to replace him immediately with a quarterback that can actually throw the ball, and you can move him while he's hot, and somebody going to jump on it. Probably Baltimore would. And somebody will jump on it and take him and run him into the ground and let him last another year or two until he get broken up like every other running quarterback does.
See, I don't see that in his future.
I know, because you got Bears colored glasses, but hold on to him. No, hold on to him and see if I see what I say. I'm telling you, he's gonna get hurt. You just can't do it. Quarterbacks ain't even wearing a mouthpiece. You gonna get hurt. You ain't wearing the same kind of pads.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Don't get hurt out there unless you can sit there and unless you can get behind your protection and throw that damn ball. It's great for highlights. Don't get me wrong. It is great for highlights. I love it. I love to watch it. It's beautiful, but it's not sustainable. Name the last takeoff running quarterback like that won a Super Bowl. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna let you wait that long. There hasn't been one.
Steve Young.
Steve Young could throw the hell out that ball. What you talking about?
Yeah,
Right.
He could also run the hell out.
He had
ball,
to.
He didn't rely on his
But
run.
he didn't rely on that. He's the most accurate quarterback in the history of football. That's the person you're talking about.
But see, I think they're gonna. I think they're
The
gonna.
highest completion percentage in the history of the game. That's who we're talking
The
about.
Bears are gonna fix that offensive line this year.
They got to do more than that.
As much as I believe you, bro, I'm gonna wait and see, because that front office, hopefully, if they got their stuff together.
You got to think about this, bro. The GM used to be an offensive lineman.
So you're saying they're going to take a offensive lineman with the first overall pick?
Oh no,
I ain't think so. So how they going to fix it? They go how many? What high draft pick are they going to blow for an offensive lineman?
the next pick they got after that is 54.
Okay.
But they're going to trade back. They're going to trade back.
But and they also need a receiver. They ain't got no receivers. Who they gonna throw to? Who he gonna throw to? You can protect him all you want. Who he gonna throw to? Nobody. He's gonna take off running.
Okay.
I will say, yeah, this season, Chase Claypool proved himself to be mediocre at best.
And Mooney did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 2 number 2 receivers.
And the most cap space in the NFL.
They got the cap space.
Yeah.
They do that. They do have that.
That's why they spend the entire cap space, hopefully.
That's why they can afford Lamar Jackson.
No. No, that's not happening. They can afford Saquon.
They can't afford Saquon.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, because David Montgomery He may be on the free agent market this offseason.
Yep. Along with Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs.
Oh yeah,
Tony Pollard's
Miles
going.
Sanders as well, who I think the Bears should target.
Who?
Miles Sanders.
I don't think. You
I'd
think
rather
they're
have
gonna let
Tony
him
Pollard.
go? Tony Pollard ain't going nowhere. You can let that go. You can let that go, man. He ain't going nowhere. Good. Jerry gonna make that deal work some way, somehow. You're talking about a cowboy named Tony? Yeah, Jerry Jones ain't letting him go. Jerry Jones ain't letting that dude go. You crazy. You
He said a
already know.
cowboy named Tony.
Yeah, you know, already know. He ain't going nowhere, man. Yeah, but I don't know where Lamar is going to land. It would be interesting to see him in Green Bay.
Ooh.
It would be, especially
If he went
now.
to Green Bay, Chicago would be sorry they didn't grab him, because then he'd get to kick Chicago ass twice a year, and Big Ed would be crying, "We should have got him. We had the cap space."
Shit, they'll beat Detroit's ass too.
No, they won't. Detroit got Lamar's number, bro. Detroit got Lamar's number. That's the game. That's one of the games they should have won last year when they should have been 4-13-1, 4-12-1 instead of 3-13-1. Because they actually beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
But that they had that delay of game on 4th and 19 that the refs didn't call. And they ended up getting the first down on that play, and Justin Tucker kicked that ridiculous ass field goal. But that play never should have happened, because it was definitely delay a game. They showed it again. The clock went to 0. You count 1. Then he snapped it. That was delay a game all day.
Yeah.
And that would have been it.
Yeah.
So they should have won that game. So no, the Lions don't fear him. Chicago does, because he's gonna be mad at y'all for not grabbing him.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be mad at you for saying you don't want him. Oh, you didn't want me, huh, Big Ed? All right.
Nope.
Watch this.
I don't.
Watch this. So yeah, I like Justin Fields, but I think the smart move for Chicago would be to move him while he's hot and get and pick one of these quarterbacks that's coming out.
Well, yeah, you gotta rebuild that offensive line. You gotta build your wide receivers up. You got 2 wide receivers who clearly don't have chemistry with Justin Fields like that right now. Might as well get a quarterback that you can bring in and help build that team around.
But hold up, think about it, Wayz. Think about how smart this move is. This is my genius as a GM. If I was a GM, I'm moving Justin Fields. I'm keeping my first pick. So I'm getting his replacement with the first overall pick. And when I move him, I'm getting draft capital that I can get high enough picks to also work on that offensive line and then get me a number 1 receiver. Because I'm moving Justin Fields and he's hot. Mm-hmm. So I can get a receiver and an offensive lineman with that. And I can afford all of it, because I got all that cap space. And guess what? I ain't got to blow it on the quarterback now for another year, because now I'm on a rookie contract again.
Yeah.
So I'm still holding money. So I can build my offensive line and get a top and my receiving core with a rookie quarterback that's better at standing in that pocket and throwing the ball than this guy is. And you got him. That's great. But how long you got him? Because he runs a lot. Careful. Be careful. He runs a lot. I'm telling you, that's the genius. Nope. Without it, all you're going to do is keep getting high picks.
Nope.
All right. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I know. I hear your defiance, and that's great.
Yeah, I don't see it that way.
But you know what your problem is right now, Big Ed?
Huh?
You've fallen more in love with the player than your team.
No.
And that's scary. That's where you need to be scared of yourself. You need to be scared of yourself because right now you are more in love with the player than your team.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You don't want to move Justin Fields for nothing. Because you know Chicago's terrible at quarterbacks. So you tying on to this Justin Fields guy more than your team. I'm telling you, I'm showing you how it's better for your team, and you don't care about better for my team. I just don't want to lose Justin Fields.
Here, I have a test.
No, it ain't that. It's just I think Justin Fields is the future of this team.
Okay. Now, then, if that's the case, and you firmly believe that, are you willing to have Tom Brady get signed by the Bears to come in and be a mentor to Justin Fields?
Tom Brady ain't taking a mentor role.
If you're starting in quarterback, you are the mentor of the backups.
Tom Brady's not taking a mentor role.
Okay.
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 And Tom Brady ain't going back to the cold.
Tom Brady's not going to Chicago.
No, like I said, I was.
I mean, the only thing that makes me think he will, because Chicago is known for being the place where quarterbacks go to die.
I think that was one of the most asinine comments I've ever heard on this show.
Well, it is, and Brady might be a time to go die somewhere. But I think no, I don't think Brady's going to Chicago.
Hell no.
I don't see that.
No.
I don't see that at all. I don't see their interest. I don't see the need to get him. They're not close enough. Brady needs to be. Brady wants to go someplace there where I make you a Super Bowl team.
Where do you think that would be?
I don't think it exists. I don't know. Maybe what about the Jets? I never thought about him being at the Jets.
To go back,
and he get to play New England twice a year.
Ooh. Now that's how you end the career. That's how you retire. You go and you beat your old coach at least twice.
I never thought about that.
Brett was at the Jets. Brett was at the Jets before he went to the Vikings, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, that would be.
I was going to say that's another place where quarterbacks go to die.
Where?
The Jets.
No, man. No, that would be interesting. That would be interesting, actually. That would actually be interesting.
And that's the thing the Jets really need is that leadership.
Because they got squad, man. They loaded.
Yeah, they just need that leadership. And yeah, Brady shows up on your door.
And you got Breece Hall back there, Michael Carter on the backfield.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, who's another guy that's up for that Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Man, you're stacked. Especially if they go ahead and trade off Zach Wilson and pick up a tight end. They get a reliable tight end as well.
I guess they need a break.
My back teeth is starting to float.
His back teeth are floating. All right, well, go ahead and take a break. Big Ed gonna take a break. Me and Wayz gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So Wayz, what else you got?
All right. Let's see here. I got Jimmy G. Jimmy G's going on the free agent market.
He sure is. He's headed out there, isn't he?
He is.
My buddy, Jimmy G. Another guy that could end up in New York, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Jimmy G going to Carolina.
I could see Jimmy G going to Carolina. And Carolina has shown that with the right players, they could do something special. So I think with Jimmy G there, his play style and his style of leadership is probably something that could really make that team good.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh, I can see him going to Chicago.
I
Oh
can see him
yeah.
going to Carolina or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh, now Atlanta's interesting to me because Atlanta always comes up when we talk about moving the quarterback there. But I'm gonna be frank, man. I like Ritter.
I do too. That's why I don't bring
I
up Atlanta.
I like Ritter. I think Ritter is going to make a huge step from uh the little bit of experience he got as a starter as a rookie because he started the tail end of the season, the last few games,
Yep.
and the jump he can make over this summer. That was why he was my high pick in my dynasty league because I was a fan of Cincinnati. I mean, if you think of Cincinnati didn't lose, so Ritter's a baller, man. And hey, I think he could make a step and be a guy that makes the big jump like Trevor Lawrence in his second
Yeah,
season.
Okay.
I can see that as well. I agree with that. I
So
would like to see Jimmy G. Another place that's likely is also Houston.
ooh, Houston. But I think Houston's going to pick a QB.
Here's one that doesn't come up a lot. Jimmy G in Tennessee.
You are right, and that is
Yeah,
scary. That's a
they got some
scary,
weapons. Yeah,
that's a scary one. Jimmy G in
and
Tennessee would be nice.
Yeah,
Jimmy G in
because
Tennessee would be nice.
yeah,
Tannehill's looking like he's on his way out.
I
yeah,
I
think he's
don't think
on
they
his way
trust
out.
Malik. I think Malik Willis is Tennessee's Jordan Love.
Um, I don't think he's quite that. I think he's better, bigger than that, but I think they still want him to have another year. I
yeah,
don't think he's going to be ready to jump off and be the starter next year. But then we don't know. Um, we don't know. We don't know what kind of step Malik Willis can make.
yeah,
I don't know what kind of step. I'm curious to see what kind of step he can make in his second year, because that he could potentially take over. He could potentially be, the Jalen Hurts,
yeah. The
Yeah.
future of the franchise.
right? Because but as far as Atlanta goes, I just don't see them going after another starter over Ritter. I think
Yeah,
they're going to give him a chance to say, let's see what he got, see what we can do with him at quarterback and build around him.
So do you
Uh,
keep Mariota?
maybe. I think
yeah.
so. I
Have a
think you keep
reliable
Mariota.
backup.
I think you keep Mariota and have him on the bench. So the way the 49ers did with Garoppolo this year behind Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then pray that your last pick of the draft is better than both of them.
Hey, ain't that the truth though? Now here's another one. I think this is gonna change fairly soon. But another person that's supposed is scheduled to hit the free agent market if something is assigned. Geno Smith.
Oh, Geno's not going nowhere.
He might. He might. I mean, you think about it, Seattle's got the fifth pick. So they might look to do something different than Geno.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if they trust that lightning in a bottle. They
Right.
hit it, but do you hit it and quit it? And
I
sometimes,
think Geno proved his worth.
well, a lot of people thought that Matt Castle proved his worth too, and Belichick knew that he looked good in my system. But go ahead and pay him all the money because I'm not going to. And he let somebody else pay all the money and found out Matt Castle was just a product of his environment.
Mhm.
And I think Pete Carroll may do the same with Geno. You made your name for yourself. Go out, go get the money because you're not getting it here. Go get the money. Somebody gonna pay you. Now they think you all of that, and you're gonna get someplace else and turn back into Geno
Right.
because Geno wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs.
No.
No.
He made it, and he had a good half. To be real,
Yeah.
Let's be real. He had a very good first half in the playoffs. So is that what Seattle want? Is that what Seattle was banking on? We can't. Is he a can't miss prospect because of that? I can't let him go. No, hell no. We got the 5th pick in the draft.
So does this mean that he has a reunion with the Jets?
Ooh, no.
Been there, done that.
No, he's not going to. He's not going to deal with that New York media again.
No.
Done with that.
What about Derek Carr?
Man,
Carolina.
I swear I would love to see Derek Carr trade places with Aaron Rodgers. Just a flip flop. I think that'd be the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be awesome if they just traded places?
Oh,
If they just traded places, that would just be awesome.
and Adam Schefter did say that if Rodgers is traded by the Packers, it will not be in the NFC.
Oh no, absolutely not. You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get a shot at us
No.
like that. You're going over there.
And the Raiders are one of the top places for him to
You know they
land.
want. That's where they got Devontae. You got Devontae.
Aaron will be back. Well, no, never mind, because Raiders ain't in California no more.
He'd be close enough. He'd be in Vegas.
Now the
He
real
likes that
question,
lifestyle.
the real question there is Josh Jacobs going to stay then with that kind of draft capital coming to Las Vegas, or not draft capital? Sorry, salary cap hit.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Raiders, Josh Jacobs stays.
Yeah.
Him and Devontae are the key pieces.
3 of them
So,
will make some noise in the AFC West.
yeah, and then our boy Darren Waller.
Ooh, Then we get Patrick. Then we get Pat Mahomes against Aaron Rodgers twice a year.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's some good football.
that'd be nasty.
Man.
That'll be some good football.
That'd be nasty. And they got to play Russell Wilson twice.
Like that one matters. Ooh, you got to play Justin Herbert twice.
The most overrated player in the NFL. I'm not a fan.
That's
I'm
fair.
I'm so sick of you. And can I be racist? I'm just real. Or should I? No, I should preface it the way racists do it. Not to sound racist. You know what they say before they say some racist shit? Not to sound racist, but you black people. Not to sound racist, but I'm so sick of white people hyping up Justin Herbert.
It's because we already claimed Joe Burrow, so they're like, well, I guess we got Justin Herbert now.
He's mediocre. He's okay. He's good. They put him in. He's already in the Hall of Fame, and I don't know why. He's Phillip Rivers relived. I'm seeing the exact same thing, even with the same team. He's with the same team and everything. All I heard was how great Phillip Rivers was, but he'd never win shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
OG came out here looking for blood. What in the hell? He said Phillip Rivers. Golly.
Sick of it, man. I am damn sick of hearing it about this dude. Show me something then. Show me something. He showed me. I see. No, I don't see it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. He's worn off on me. You had a 27-0 lead and only could score 3 points in the second half after the team came back. Let them come back out and beat you 31-30 after you was up 27-0. And you're going to sit here and give him some – get out of here with that, man. Miss me. Miss me. If his name was Justin Jackson, he'd be out the league. All right, I'm done.
All right.
Bringing up that dude's name now. He's going on my list of. He's on my list now of my top 10 most hated playing
Okay.
this league. I'm sick of this dude.
All right, Wayz.
All right. So it's time for us to make these picks for this coming weekend.
Is it? Let's
It
do these
is.
picks again. Big Ed, who's playing this weekend?
This weekend we got where'd it go?
Kansas City against
Yep.
Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati. Big Ed.
I am also going with Cincinnati.
Oh, Wayz.
I am going with the Chiefs.
Oh. And the other game is San Francisco against the Philadelphia Eagles. Big Ed, who you got?
I'm going to Eagles.
Oh, he's going with Philadelphia. Wayz, who you got?
Hey, look, I don't see this being a blowout. I'm gonna go and say I'm voting. Yeah, Eagles.
Philadelphia it is. And I also am going with the 49ers. And last week, let's see, Big Ed went, last week, of course, let's do it the way we always do it. Kansas City defeated the Jaguars, and Joe picked the Jags. The Eagles beat the Giants. We all picked the Eagles. The Bills lost to Cincinnati, and I picked Cincinnati. And Frisco beat Dallas, and nobody believed in Dallas. So Big Ed was 3-1. Wayz was 2-2. The boy was 4-0. How about that? How about that? How about that? Well, now we are down to the last game before the big one.
Oh yeah.
Should be some great games. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Is that it?
That's it.
This is the Showdown, man. We want to thank you all for joining us. Make sure you'll subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, then like what you see. Big up to my man Acorn out there. He gave me a shout last week, said he was listening to the show or checking it out. I appreciate it. And on behalf of the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Wayz, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and we out of here like last year. Peace.